We're deep in the transformation into the new age of Aquarius, and they say 2025 is going to be the pivotal year. But for me, it started in 1969, the year I graduated high school. That year, my father told me about the Happy Company, that someday we'll work for fulfillment and not money. And that year, the song Aquarius came out, and a whole generation realized, oh, we're at the dawning of a new age. And we believed that someday peace would rule the planet and love would guide the stars. And we were all about peace, love, and understanding. We were freaks, and we could recognize each other instantly. And it's instant connection. It felt great. I mean, it was love everywhere. You know, we were protesting the war, and we were standing against the establishment, and we were going to change the world. And then in 1970, I became eligible for the draft, and I had to go underground. Well, they started cracking down on the movement, and everybody started going underground. But we told each other, keep the faith. And we knew that the age was upon us. I got married, and I became a carpenter. And then in 1979, I got a job building a new age holistic healing center. So we were still talking, the new age is coming. Not only that, but now we're talking about healing, holistic healing, healing the body, mind, and spirit. So uncovering all those things we hide, deny, and repress about ourselves, the shadow work. Well, that was just the beginning. And then in 1982, after Reagan had become president, it was Morning in America. Everybody was digging it. But he was cutting social programs and giving money to the rich with this trickle-down economics. And I realized this is not good, and I couldn't relate to politics. So I created a political party that I could relate to, a party that was a party, the Rock and Roll Party. The motto was change the world by changing yourself. And the purpose was to acknowledge our unity as individuals. And the manifesto was John Lennon's song, Imagine, living life in peace, sharing all the world, living for today. And it was great fun. It was mostly smoke and mirrors, if you know what I mean. And so then it was like in 1986, I was in recovery for drugs and alcohol. And so I went to the 12 steps, and I went to adult children of alcoholics. I got a therapist, so I'm working the steps, and I'm doing my inner child work, and I'm doing guided imagery, and I'm learning all about healing. So in February of 2001, I was initiated as a new warrior, and it was a new way of being for men. And we were following in the steps of people like Nelson Mandela and Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi. It was a new way of being for men, where we healed the wounds of our past and we lived missions of service. And we believed that if enough of us did that, we could create unconditional love as a reality of the universe. And I had a meeting in my house for 10 years, and we would come together and we would meet in unconditional acceptance, and we did our shadow work, and it was like I would get up in the morning and I would go in the room and I would feel the energy. It was wonderful. But then in 2011 and 2012, I had both my hips replaced, and I was back on drugs. I almost lost the faith, but then I remembered, keep the faith. And then sure enough, in 2019, 2020, it became real clear to me that we were definitely moving into the age of Aquarius. It's here, it's now. And here it is, 2025, and it's the pivotal year. Well, they say that the powers that be, they're going to try to create this one world order and get us all on digital currency and controlling us, absolutely. So we just won't go for it. So instead, what we do is we create a new reality, the age of Aquarius, the age of shared abundance. And what we do is we work on our authenticity. We do the healing I'm talking about. And then we come to that place of unconditional love and begin to live missions of service, living in our passion and sharing that. And imagine the abundance. Don't give in to the fear. Don't give in to the propaganda. This is the year. We've been talking about community for years now. This is the year we're going to create communities. Now, I can't go there. I'm too old. But I'm here at the door, and I'm here to tell you where they're at. And if you've got one, I'll share it with the others to bring people to you. So I'm just the doorman. I'm a node in the mycelium network, and I'm just feeling a great sense of joy. I know it's hard right now, and that's what this year's about. It's like we're going to do the suffering, and we're going to pay the price. We've got a hell of a karma on this nation, so we're going to go through it, but we're going to come out of it, be of good cheer, and do bring a friend.